on March 21st, 1998. 23-year-old Amy Lynn Bradley boarded the Royal Caribbean cruise ship Rhapsody of the Seas with her family. Unaware that the voyage would turn into one of the most baffling and terrifying disappearances in modern history, the Bradleys run Iva. And Amy's younger brother Brad had been looking forward to the trip, eager to relax and enjoy the crystal-clear waters of the Caribbean. The cruise ship departed from Puerto Rico and made stops in various tropical locations, including Aruba and Cuba. Amy was a bright, athletic young woman with a strong personality. She had recently graduated from college and was considering a career in sports medicine. She had no history of running away and was deeply connected to her family. But by the morning of March 24th, just 3 days after the trip began, Amy was gone without a trace. The last known moments the evening before her disappearance. Amy and her brother Brad attended a party at the ship's nightclub where they socialized with passengers and crew members. The siblings drank, danced, and enjoyed themselves. One of the ship's band members, a man named Alistair Douglas Nick, Yellow had taken a particular interest in Amy. Multiple passengers and crew later confirmed that they saw Amy and Yellow dancing together late into the night. Around 3:30 a.m., Amy and Brad returned to their cabin. Brad went to sleep, while Amy stepped out onto the cabin's balcony for some air. Their father, Ron, briefly woke up around 5:30 a.m. and saw Amy sitting on the balcony. Assuming she would come back inside soon, he drifted back to sleep. By 6 o'clock a.m., Amy was gone. The panic sets in when the family awoke later that morning. They immediately knew something was wrong. Amy's bed was empty, but her belongings, her ID, her cigarettes, and even her shoes were still in the cabin. The ship was due to dock in Curacao that morning, and fearing the worst, the Bradleys pleaded with the crew to delay docking and make a ship-wide announcement. But their requests were denied. The crew conducted a basic search of the common areas, but by then, passengers had already begun disembarking. Amy's parents, desperate and in shock, begged the captain to make an official missing persons announcement, but they were told it wasn't necessary yet. Meanwhile, Amy's family frantically searched every deck, scanning every face in the hope that Amy would reappear. She never did. Disturbing science asked. The hours turned into days. Horrifying possibilities began to surface. Some passengers came forward with chilling testimonies. One claimed to have seen a woman resembling Amy being led by 2 men on the Curacao shoreline. Another sighting came from a cab driver who swore a disoriented American woman tried to get into his taxi but was forcibly taken away by unidentified men. Even more disturbing was a reported sighting in 1999, a year after her disappearance. A U.S. Navy officer claimed that while visiting a brothel in Curacao, a woman approached him and frantically whispered, "My name is Amy Bradley. Please help me." Before he could act, she was quickly escorted away by men who appeared to be guarding her. The officer, unsure of what had happened, only reported the incident when he later saw Amy's missing persons report. Years later, in 2005, the Bradley family received an anonymous email containing a photograph of a woman in revealing clothing sitting on a bed. Her vacant, haunting stare bore an unsettling resemblance to Amy. Experts analyzed the image and concluded that the woman in the photograph strongly resembled her. This horrifying possibility pointed to an unthinkable fate: human trafficking. Theories and unanswered questions from these cases led to numerous theories. The most widely accepted is that she was abducted and sold into human trafficking. The Caribbean, known for its dark underbelly of organized crime, has been linked to international sex trafficking rings. The theory suggests that someone on the ship, possibly a crew member, targeted Amy and arranged for her abduction when the ship docked. Some believe that Amy may have been lured or drugged and taken against her will in the early hours of the morning. Others question whether Amy may have fallen overboard. However, this theory is widely dismissed because Amy was a trained lifeguard and an excellent swimmer. Furthermore, no evidence of a fall or drowning was ever found, and no alarms were triggered. A third, less likely theory is that Amy deliberately disappeared, yet this contradicts everything known about her. She had a close relationship with her family and had made plans for a future. There was no known motive for her to vanish willingly. The family's endless search, despite countless leads, private investigations, and the involvement of the FBI. Amy Lynn Bradley remains missing to this day. Her parents have spent decades searching, appearing on major television programs, and offering a substantial reward for information leading to her whereabouts. The pain of not knowing has haunted them. Every day, I wake up wondering if today is the day we find her. Amy's mother, Iva Bradley, once said in an interview, "Someone out there knows what happened, and we won't stop looking." The haunting Legusiami's case remains one of the most chilling disappearances in cruise ship history. It exposed major flaws in cruise security protocols and raised awareness about the dangers that can lurk aboard these massive vessels. The Bradley family continues to push for answers, hoping that one day the mystery will be solved. The question remains, what really happened to Amy Lynn Bradley? And will her family ever find the truth? Until that day comes, the ocean holds its secrets, and Amy's fate remains an unsolved mystery.